Alright folks, so we're now looking at searching a hash table. So we've got 199 elements, 199 being here, position 0 here. What we want to do is enter in the customer ID. That customer ID will then need to be what before we can search for it. You got it, hashed. That's to begin with. So index will equal the hash version of our search ID. So basically I'm using the search ID as a variable to search for the customer ID. So you can call it something similar to search ID if you wish, but I'm calling it search ID. So I want to search for this customer. So I type in the customer ID. So my variable is called search ID. I'm typing in a customer ID and then it's going to be hashed. Now, what we want to do is have a loop. We want this to loop and we want it to break, or shall we say we want it to keep looping based on the following condition. Whilst the customer index, i.e. the hash value which we stored in index, dot customer ID doesn't equal our search ID. So we want this to keep looping whilst our search ID doesn't match the current index for customer ID. So check inside here, does it match our search? No, it doesn't. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Does it match our searched? No, it doesn't. Let's move on to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And whilst our customer index dot customer ID is greater than 0. This is so that we can break the loop, this condition here. So we're going to keep looping over and over again until customer index becomes 0. So let's imagine that we're searching this, we search this, we search this, we search this, and it loops back round to 0. We stop the search, basically. So what do we want to happen? Well, the first thing we want to happen is we want to increment our index position. Oops, that should be customer ID is greater than 0, sorry. So basically what we want to do is, if our index is greater than 199, so if we've done this, we've done this, we've done this, we've done this, we want index to become 0. Pretty simple. So if we've come to the end, index becomes 0, so we're doing a wrap. Now we're going to be focusing on if something's been found. So we're going to do if customer index dot customer ID matches our search ID, we're going to return the index position. Otherwise we're going to say not been found or false. which is basically what it tells us to do here. The function will return -1. So what this is saying is, if there's a match, return the index position of where we found it. So do we find it in 0, 1, 2, 3? Otherwise, return -1. So we've got two sections to this code. We've got a loop. In fact, we've got three. We've got an if statement, and we've got our hash. So step 1, hash our search. Step 2, loop if not found, and also check that the customer, whatever's inside customer index, so whatever's inside here, is greater than 0. It's going to stop if one of these conditions is met, i.e. we either find the item or it's equal to 0. Then it'll stop. This part is after the loop, and here is we're going to simply take, if this loop's broken because of the index customer ID being found, then we're going to return index. So if a customer index dot customer ID equals search ID, so this is basically saying if we break the loop because we found it, it'll recognize it here as well. We'll check it and we'll return the index position. Otherwise, if we break the loop because of the second condition, so i.e. the customer index dot customer ID is 0, then it's going to return -1.